My body's like, why sleep? You don't have to sleep. You could just not sleep and walk more. I've been in a calorie deficit for the last 2 years. And before you ask, how is it even possible that I haven't withered away to nothing, as you can clearly see that I have not, let me just tell you now, I'm lying to you. The truth is that I've been lying to myself, because it's really all about consistency, and I have been anything but. It was all chaotic and everywhere, and what ended up happening, of course, is that I gained weight. I gained quite a lot of weight, actually. Luckily, not all of the weight that I had lost, but enough to give me this wake-up call. It's almost like I forgot the time and effort that it took for me to achieve my first big weight loss goal, which was 2 years ago, or ended 2 years ago. Well, I wouldn't say that I've dialed in my diet and life and habits quite yet. I would say that I am in the process of dialing, and not like on a smartphone, but on one of those old rotary phones. So what am I doing to get back on track, and what can you do to get back on track if you find yourself in the same position? I think that this is probably more common than we give it credit for. Everyone online has like these perfect shredded, beautiful sculpted bodies. And I want to get a beautiful sculpted body. The first thing is I'm tracking my calories. To do this, I'm using MacroFactor, which is a really great app. It's way better than MyFitnessPal, and it's cheaper for the premium version. In addition to that, I'm using a good old food scale. And if I happen to go out or get something that's particularly difficult to find in the app, which is very rare, by the way, I just pick the closest thing and I overestimate the calories or the portion size. So one tradition that my girlfriend and I have every single weekend is we go get a bagel sandwich from one of the many local bagel spots. And we went to our favorite place today. And so I did eat what is on the screen right now, and that is kind of like crazy. So I did a little bit of a kooky thing last week, and what I did was I broke the sandwich apart. I don't recommend doing this. I weighed each item so that I could kind of get an idea of what I was eating. So anyway, now I have a rough estimate. I'm also weighing myself every morning. And yes, I know that for some people, this can be emotionally troublesome, to put it lightly. Because you do see ups and downs every day, and you could think you're doing everything perfectly and be 2 pounds heavier the next day. I had a little bit of a demoralizing weigh-in this morning, and I did a little bit of, been listening to some Dr. Mike Israetel explaining to me why I am a fat piece of shit, or maybe why I'm not a fat piece of shit. It really just depends on what the reason is. That mostly has to do with water weight. I'm just a watery boy right now. Just a watery boy. So what I'm focusing on is the trend. I'm not sure if this is the right way to go or if this is the right way to go. You get the point. That what matters is the weekly average over time. And that's where the consistency piece really comes into play. Over time is what matters, because this week I'm not going to be able to achieve what I want to achieve. It's going to take weeks and or months, and frankly, for what I'm looking for, probably years. The next thing that I'm doing is I'm really trying to get creative with my protein, and sometimes that involves some weird stuff. One thing I'm gonna have is egg whites, and I'm gonna do something kind of gross that I saw someone do, which I'm just gonna drink them. So let's go ahead and measure this out. 495, 500 grams, baby. It's a full glass. I got this idea from Alex Hormozy, and I was way too skeptical to try it up until I saw my friend Karen on Instagram. She was doing it, and I was like, okay, if someone I know does it, then maybe, just maybe, it's not that bad. Yep. Not good. But it keeps me full, and it's, I think, 50 grams of protein. I'm bad at math, but it's a lot. Finally, I have committed to a training program that I have mapped out for myself, and I am doing what I set out to do every day, which is part of my overall theme of reestablishing consistency in my diet and exercise. There's nothing like a little morning contemplation, 8 stories up, to really put things in perspective. Thanks for checking out this strange, but fun, super fun video, keeping you up to date. We'll go ahead and start this week fresh, psychologically cleansed. That sounds really weird. I don't know if I want to be psychologically cleansed, but I think you get the point. Thanks for being here. Good luck to you on your journey, whatever you're doing. And I will see you in the next one. And also, look, it's nice.